I received an email from a small producer of olive oil in Greece telling me they heard about our research through some collaborators in Athens, and their olive oil was found to have the highest level of oleocanthal ever found in any olive oil at that time. That was about 7 or 8 years ago. And they asked if I'm interested in getting some their olive oil to use it in research. So I took some olive oil and I spun it and I shook it and until I knew I could mix it really well with the buffer that the cancer cells needed. And I treated a couple of plates of cancer cells of different ones, some prostate cancer and some breast cancer cells with that olive oil mixture. I went home to my family. I came back in the morning and all the cells were dead. So the first thought I had in my head, oh, well, maybe it's like bleach, something you put olive oil on cells, it killed them. So I went down to the supermarket during my lunch break and I picked up a very generic bottle of olive oil and I repeated the same experiment with that olive oil from the supermarket. I went home, fed dinner to my kids, came back to the lab the next morning, and lo and behold, those cells were as happy as I left them the previous night. So there is something very, very different and very special in that olive oil that came to me all the way from Greece, from these two brothers that made the olive oil with the most oleocanthal versus the olive oil I got in the supermarket. And I went on a goose chase and I collected probably something like 50 or 60 different olive oils from all parts of the world. And I compare them in their ability to simply kill cancer cells in a dish. And I started ranking them and seeing which olive oils were better at killing cancer cells and which olive oils were not. After I did that, I got somewhat of a graph that shows me which olive oils were better. Then I sent all of these olive oils for an analysis in a lab that measures via NMR spectroscopy their various components, mainly the polyphenol components. Oleocanthal is one of those polyphenols. And we rank the olive oils from like very little to medium to high oleocanthal. And as it happens, there was a perfect linear correlation. The higher the olive oil was in oleocanthal, the better it was at killing cancer cells. Very, very clear. I figured, well, maybe you don't need pharmaceuticals. Maybe you don't need to get your drug in a little tube. Maybe nature has a better container for it and it's already available for you.